What's going on YouTube? We have 2K My Player and My Career courtside reveal report, whatever this is. Here we go.
Welcome back to our next NBA 2K25 courtside report. Today I'm joined by Zach Timmerman, principal producer on NBA 2K25, as well as Mark Little, My Career developer. Zach, how you doing today?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
Now there is so much to talk about for NBA 2K25. This is where fans can live out their hoop dreams and build their legacy like never before. Before we get into My Career, let's talk about the My Player builder.
When you're building your My Player, you're not just building a legacy this year, you're also building a dynasty for your team. And we understand this is a very integral moment, a very important decision. And so we put a lot of time into ensuring that the various paths that we have in the builder are gonna allow all walks of our gamers to be able to make the player that they wanna make. To create your own, it's the builder where you just have so many options, changing your position, changing your...
Here we go. These are the important. This is the most important thing about 2K. I have a question. Do I make a big? Do I make a big? Do I make a big? Nah, small forward. I ain't gonna cap. I'm gonna make a big. The template looks the same. All of this looks the same.
Size, you can articulate through every single one of your attributes and get to right where you want to go with your builder, all while you
all of this.
can see the various perks that your player is eventually going to be equipped with. Ultimately, it's the builder where somebody who wants to mess around with the thousands of possibilities can eventually make the build that they want to. We also have our pro build making veterans that have been playing the game for a long time. They're probably going to want to jump in there as well. There's also another group that wants to jump in there to try to make a unique build that nobody else in the world has made.
This sounds really intriguing. One thing I loved about last year was community members submitting their builds and you guys implementing them into the game. Are those returning this year?
The community builds feature that we had last year was really exciting. It was really nice to grab the best build makers that we have out there, be able to have them put their build in the game. Ultimately, people, when they would grab these builds, they felt like they could instantly compete and play with the best gamers out there. They'll be available season 2. We'll be dropping new ones each season with the intention of giving you access to the latest and greatest play styles that are out there.
A lot of new features coming with this new builder system, Zach. What else can you share about creating your My Player in 2K25?
In each of these builder paths, there's access to more information than we've ever given you before. You'll see which badges you qualify for. You'll see which takeovers you qualify for in our new takeover system. And you'll also be able to see which animations your player will qualify for. Ultimately, it's going to give you a really good feel for whether or not the player is going to move and react the way that you want to through the animation system.
I love all that.
Whether or not the player is going to move and react the way that you want to through the animation system.
I love all.
Change this fucking name. We're tired of seeing MP.
For whether or not the player is going to move and react the way that you want to through the animation system.
I love all that, but I especially love the new takeover system.
Takeovers back in a new way this year. We have 70 takeovers and 14 special abilities. In the builder, you can see which takeovers you qualify for. Once you get into My Career, you can swap your takeovers in and out.
They have a takeover called barbecue chicken.
They all have attribute requirements that determine whether or not you're able to equip these takeovers. Once you get into the game, you're gonna see your takeover meter. There's 5 levels to your takeover, and it's kind of like 5 levels of hotness. Once you hit level 5, the special ability turns on, and that allows you to kind of dominate the game for a short period of time.
Okay, 70 takeovers. What are some of your favorites?
I think
They're bringing back college? They're bringing back college? Or is this high school? High school? They're bringing back high school? I like high school. Oh, it does. I'm stupid. It says it. So they bring it back high school. Okay. I like that.
game for a short.
I don't see how it's so hard for from EA to do this with like NCAA. Like, what's so hard about doing this?
For a period of time.
Okay, 70 takeovers. What are some of your favorites?
I think the one that I've been gravitating towards the most is barbecue chicken. If you're a hoop head, you know what that name means. It means you're about to put somebody in the post and turn them into a rag doll. It boosts throughout the levels of takeover. It boosts your post control, your shot close, and your strength. And then when the special ability turns on, it turns on deep post bag, which essentially allows you to completely dominate the post, again, for a short period of time, in shots, back downs, every post move you can think of. So it's a lot of fun for somebody who likes to play in the post.
What can you tell us about badges in 2K25?
This year we have 40 badges. They're a lot more all-encompassing than they have been in the past. Each one of them has a larger impact. And so we're really happy with the badge allotment that we have right now. We feel like we've hit every part of basketball that's important. And ultimately we're accentuating
the same shit.
Everybody's play style for these
I
badges.
hate that badge
One other
system.
thing I want to talk about is badge progression.
Badge progression is basically how often are you using your badge. The more often you use the badge, the faster it's going to progress. Ultimately, though, if you don't use your badge this year, you won't regress, which I'm sure our fans are pretty happy about.
So it sounds like badges are completely reworked this year in 2K25.
Yeah, so this year we introduced a new level of badge called Legend. It's a level above Hall of Fame. It's pretty difficult to get.
I hate this badge system, man. Like, why they make, like, I hate when companies make things more difficult, like, or complicated than it already is. Like we just want simple. We want simple and just make the gameplay fun. Like, all of this technical, all this other stuff in the game, we don't want all that. We just want a simple system. Just very, very simple. Very simple. Not too complex where you got like a tier 1, tier 2 badge per badge. Like, bro, like, come on. Like, for real. Just make it simple, man.
You have to raise your attributes pretty high, but ultimately, you know, it really allows you to dominate in that area of the game.
Zach, I'm excited. Can't wait to get my hands on the builder. Thanks for all the new details. And for all of you, stay connected to the NBA 2K25 Courtside Report, where you can learn all about the new My Player Builder. Now we know about all the new exciting features in the My Player Builder, but it's time to learn about my career. I'm joined by Mark Little. Let's jump right in. What's new in my career for NBA 2K25?
My career in NBA 2K25 is all about building the greatest dynasty in NBA history. You're my player this year, growing up outside of Chicago, and like his idol, Michael Jordan, he wants to build a dynasty that lasts throughout the ages. You can learn about your my player's history and his path to the NBA through an optional flashback story called The Heart of the Dynasty, which you get to relive 4 of his most iconic games in his pre-NBA career, including a high school state championship, a FIBA U19 World Cup, and even an open run with some NBA players where one of the players is not so happy MP got invited. And all these games are available for you to play right away. You can play them at any point in your career, but if you really want to just jump right into your NBA career and start building your dynasty, you can do that too.
So let's talk about creating your own dynasty in my career.
Last year, we introduced the GOAT ranking system. And in that, you're able to see your my player rise up through the rankings and ultimately become the GOAT. This year, we're adding a Dynasty Rankings, which is more about your team's performance and less about your personal achievements. So we've ranked the 9 greatest dynasties in NBA history. And as your team does stuff like deep playoff runs, winning championships, you'll see them rise the Dynasty Rankings until ultimately they get to the #1 spot and displace Michael Jordan's Bulls.
Last year, you came in with GOAT level hype. So what kind of prospect is MP in 2K25?
This year, MP is not a GOAT level hype. You're going to have to earn your position in the starting lineup. And if the player in front of you is really good, it's going to be easy.
Earn. You heard what he said? He said earn. We ain't earning nothing. Boy, once I purchase the game, $200 going to VC. Earn. He said earn. Boy, they be funny when they talk about earn. Earn my ass. You got me dead. Shit, you got me all the way messed up. If you think I'm gonna sit here on 2K and earn and grind, I'm finna put that card, swipe, give me 200,000 whatever VC, and we finna go to work. Juju, wear that underdog mindset. Fuck that shit. I tried that shit for NCAA. That shit didn't work out. You got me all the way fucked up. 2K is a different story.
Even harder. This will definitely be one of your first obstacles as you try to build your dynasty.
So it sounds like I got to earn my place in the starting lineup. What does the flow look like in my career? Is it key games, every game?
Key games are back this year, and we're really excited about the improvements we've made. This year, you have a lot of control about which key games you play. We've divided the season into 2 halves, and in each half, you'll meet with your coach and GM and select a personal goal. The personal goal you pick is what determines the key games you play. We've even tiered the matchup system, so if your MP is still at a lower level, you'll match up against lower.
Like, all of that is so, like, oh my God, bro. This is just too, like, complex. Like, bro, just make it simple, man. All this is too complex, bro. Like when I used to play 2K my career, I always played like the career. I never played the park. But ever since they implemented this all in like last year and like bruh, like the year before, now it's like, bruh, I don't wanna play the career no more. I don't wanna play it no more. Okay, y'all made it too complex, made all this other necessary stuff to do. I just want to upgrade my guy and just play the games. I don't want to do all this extra stuff. None of this, bro. Now it's got to the point where like I might actually just start only playing my park. Like I never played my park before, but I'm gonna play my park because they made my career look so like too much where I don't want to play it. Like it's too complex. Like bro, come on, man. Like, yeah, I might stay far away from. I might stay very far away from my career. I'm gonna just create my player and just go to the park. They just add things to make it different. Frankie, the thing about 2K, none of this is different. None of this is different. That's the thing about this, Frankie. All of this you're seeing is been in 2K for the past couple of years, bro. Like none of this, the key game they just talked about, none of that's new. Them little badges, the tier, none of that is new. This thing on the left side that we're looking at, it might be new, but it looked shit like it's been there. I just wanted to be simple, like 2K16. Like just make it simple, man. Like just very simple. Like I'm tired of all this complex junk, bro.
Even tiered the matchup system. So if your MP is still at a lower level, you'll match up against lower level NBA players. But if you're a 99, you're going to be matched up against the best of the best. If that's not your thing, you could decide you want to try and win the NBA Cup, or maybe you want to focus on winning road games, or maybe in your rookie season, you want to show that you're the top rookie in your class. We've even got some key games that are focused entirely about you posterizing other guys. So the personal goals and key games you get to pick from is completely dependent on the build you made, your team you picked, and your current overall. So there's a lot of content depending on the scenario and play style you've picked. And on top of that, if you successfully complete your personal goal in key games, you get an all-new Dynasty badge. So the Dynasty badges you earn.
Like, look at this, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Like, bro. Like, I'm telling you, bro, nobody wants all of this, bro. Nobody wants all of this, bro. Yeah, I might just actually try out my park and just grind that. Yeah, for the first time.
help improve your team and shape the dynasty you're about to make.
This sounds exciting. What about other new features in My Career that you can talk about?
There's a lot more than I'm going to be able to go into here today, but I'll give you a few more of my favorites. So earlier I mentioned you can play a FIBA game in the optional flashback story. Well, you can also play FIBA games in our new revised off-season flow. You'll be able to play FIBA friendlies, FIBA qualifiers, and even a FIBA tournament that you can invite other NBA stars to join you in. And speaking of NBA stars, this year we're also adding jersey swaps. So there are optional highlight games on your calendar where you can earn jerseys from players like Jalen Brunson or Victor Wembanyama only if you pass the in-game challenges against their teams. And you're going to want to collect those jerseys because not only can you wear them around the city, but you can also put them on display in your My Court.
You said My Court? My Court is returning?
I can't talk too much about My Court, but I'm confirming My Court is back. We know My Court's been a feature that people have been wanting for a long time, and we're very happy to bring it to 2K25.
All right, My Court, exciting stuff. I can't wait to start building my dynasty in NBA 2K25.
Yeah. The fact that they took it away for no reason is whack. But good thing they're actually bringing that back. Because me and Dale used to play My Court on 2K22 like so much. Used to play My Court so much that's going against each other. Then they took it away, and then I'm like, bro, what the fuck? But good they added it back. I mean, that's something good, but it's not really crazy. But it's like a feature is like why you took it away.
That was My Career Mode. Mark, thanks so much for joining us and sharing all this great insight.
Yeah, thanks to you, Chris.
And for all of you, stay tuned for more courtside reports on NBA 2K25.
I guess it's like the same old shit to me. It just feels like I might just be playing my park a little bit way more, to be honest. That's